So you're moving to Huntington soon, or you're thinking about moving here, and you're looking for the top things that you need to know before moving here, and that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing in this video. I'm going to be breaking down the top 11 things that I think you need to know before making the move to Huntington. So number 10 is super important, so stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Isaiah Rosario. I'm a Huntington Beach real estate agent and the host of Living in Orange County. And if this is your first time on the channel and you want to learn what it's like to live, play, and move to Huntington or Orange County, then consider subscribing and tapping that little notification bell so that you're updated every single time that we upload a new video here. And go ahead and drop a like if you find the information in this video valuable. And if you are thinking about moving to one of the cities I talk about on this channel, shoot us a call, text, or email anytime. Every single day we get people just like you that are moving here, and we love it. That's what we do. We help people buy and sell homes in Orange County, and we make it easy. So if you ever need anything, my contact info will be in the description or at the bottom of the screen here. So with that being said, keep in mind this is just one man's opinion, and so let's get started with number one. So the number one thing you need to know is that Huntington Beach has a great nightlife and downtown scene. In the downtown part of Huntington, there's tons of great bars, restaurants, and nightlife, and people from all over SoCal and out of city come to enjoy this aspect of Huntington. It really is a good time, especially in the summer, to spend a day at the beach and then go hit up a local spot and hang out. In the summer, it can get pretty crowded, but for the most part, in my opinion, or in my experience, everyone's cool and pretty laid back. So the number two thing you need to know is that Huntington can be a tourist town, especially in those summer months. Tons of people come from out of the city and they come around to enjoy the beaches and nightlife. And like I've said, it can get pretty crowded, especially for parking and traffic in that downtown area specifically, or if you're trying to leave the city around rush hour. The summer months are also when all the big festivals and events go on. And during those times, especially the traffic and parking can be bad. But one thing to keep in mind is that tourism is a big part of Huntington's economy and many local businesses depend on it. So it is a double-edged sword, but overall a good thing in my opinion. Number three thing you need to know is that in Huntington, there is an absolute ton of events, festivals, things to do, from the mega 4th of July celebrations, which I think are the best in Southern California, to all the surf events, the weekly events like the Farmers Market and Surf City Nights, and the crazy Oktoberfest celebrations in the Old World Village. Huntington loves to celebrate, and they love to party, and it really does have a wealth of fun things to do pretty much all year here. Number four thing you need to know is all the great access to outdoors you'll have. So you got all the beaches, of course, and everything that comes with them, right? Surfing, boating, kayaking, sea-doos, but you also have a ton of other awesome things to enjoy, like the Bolsa Chica Reserve, which is kind of like a huge marshland where you can camp, hike, and have bonfires. Also, it's one of the most popular bird watching spots in California. And you also have access to the more mountainous biomes like the not too far Silverado Mountains, which has great hiking, mountain biking, and camping itself, as well as Crystal Cove Wilderness and Laguna Beach Wilderness Reserve. All these are within an hour's drive and even less, and if you're an outdoor lover, you'll have no shortage of things to do. And as a bonus thing to do outdoors, Huntington does also have one of the most popular dog park beaches in SoCal, so if you have a dog, it's a great time to visit the dog park there. Number five thing to know is that Huntington has a great public school system. So Irvine and Newport Beach in Orange County have some of the best public schools in the nation and the best in Orange County, but Huntington actually isn't very far behind them. So if you're a young family or plan on starting one and education is important to you, Huntington might be a good place to settle. Huntington high school students are very likely to pursue higher education like college, and the schools here are safe and generally good schools. Number six thing to know is that Huntington can have parking and traffic problems. So depending on where you live and how you commute, especially in the downtown areas during the summer months, parking can be a big issue, and it's not unlikely to have to park a couple blocks away from your home if you're living deep into downtown and you don't have a dedicated parking spot and it's the popular summer tourist months. If you do have to commute in or out of the city during those summer months at peak times, it can definitely be a hassle, especially from like 5 to 7 p.m. The rush hour here is less like an hour and more like a rush 2 or 3 hours. So number seven thing to know is that Huntington has a good sense of community. So in my opinion, a lot of other Orange County cities can feel pretty isolated. You might not know your neighbors, and people can be a little stuffy in places like Newport Beach, but I don't find that that's the case with Huntington. People here are much more laid back and easygoing, and it has a stronger sense of community than a city like Newport. which is nice. Number 8 thing to know is that Huntington has a very health conscious and active community. So people here love surfing, yoga, biking, hiking. Everyone has some sort of active hobby, and there's just a ton of health services like health food stores and spas. So if you're an active person, I think you'd fit right in. There's also tons of groups and meetups for these activities. So if you're looking for company for your fitness or your hobbies, you shouldn't have trouble finding it. Number 9 thing to know is that Huntington has a big car culture. So Huntington Beach is home to several different car shows, such as the Concours d'Elegance and the Beach Cruiser Meet, as well as a lot of small, informal car shows that are held every Saturday morning on Magnolia Street, and people here love their cars. There's lots of supercars cruising on the PCH, and pretty much every day by the beach you can spot something cool. So if you're into cars like me, this might be a bonus for you. Number 10 thing you have to know, and this is pretty important, right, is the cost of living. So you got to be able to know if you can afford it here before you move here. And I actually did an entire in-depth breakdown on this topic. I go over the cost of housing, the average bills you'll pay, and the job market. And you can find that video in my Moving to Huntington Beach playlist, which I'll link below. So go ahead and check that video out if you want to know more about the cost of living in Huntington Beach. Number 11 thing you need to know, and the final thing before moving to Huntington, is where to live, right? So I actually did another video breaking down in depth the top 6 places to move to in Huntington in 2021. In that video, I go over each neighborhood and part of the city and tell you a little bit about it and give you information to help you decide on where you want to live. And that video is also in my Moving to Huntington Beach playlist, which you can find in the description of this video. So go check that out if that interests you. So that's it, guys. Those are the top 11 things to know about Huntington. Keep in mind, this is just one man's opinion, and I hope you found this information helpful. And if you did, please hit that like button, as it helps out the channel a ton. And consider subscribing if this is your first time on this channel and you want to know more about what living in or moving to Huntington or Orange County is like. My name is Isaiah Rosario. I'm a local real estate agent here, and if you have any questions or concerns about relocating or buying or selling a home here, my phone number and email will be linked below this video, or you can go ahead and leave a comment asking any questions. So every day, like I say, we got people reaching out, and we love it. It's what we do. Love helping you guys buy and sell homes here, so if there's ever anything I can do for you, just shoot me a message day or night. This has been Living in Orange County. Feel free to check out our Huntington playlist below, as well as our other videos, and consider subscribing if you want to see more content. So thanks for watching, and welcome to Huntington.